What is good, everybody? We are back for some more Doki Doki Literature Club. Last time we left off, we read Monica's poem, she read ours, and yeah. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Taylor. Yeah, because you said you'd like it. Eh? If you guys remember last time, the is like my favorite part of this game. People are saying so much. I love it. I had no idea you're such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea I like what I like either. Aha! Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Nasuki's. Are you sure you don't just like it because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Taylor poem. I like Sayori, actually. Sayori's really nice. I like her a lot. Okay, yeah, she's moving up in my ranks. I like her. That makes me feel extra special. Sayori's sweet. It's like I said before, Taylor, deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motivation here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. She's very nice. Yeah? And I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Alright, another poem. Here we go. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I'll look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If I wasn't for you, I would sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That's funny. That's a good poem. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel better about myself. Don't be mean. I liked her poem. That was good. I didn't mean to say that was a bad poem. It just came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I never eat breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah. But next time I won't forget, and I'm gonna write the best poem ever. I'll look forward to it. Who should I read next? If I don't have to read Nasuki's poem, I'm never gonna read it. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Not a great start to when someone reads your work. Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through though. And so is that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate of the topic matter. This really is I really feel like I am part of a writing club. I went out and purchased this game, Doki Doki Literature Club, and I got rewarded with a literature club. I'm just getting lectured about writing now. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, she totally changes. She's gone. She sounds like an expert. That's something you can't be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I hope everyone in the club gives you valuable feedback. Isuki can be a little biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. Oh, she's got a short little poem. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Honestly, the weakest poem so far. So I have such a terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Yeah, the handwriting was kind of tough. I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a really... Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. No, not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I thought it was kind of a weak poem. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo hoo. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Taylor. Really? I must have totally missed the point. I suppose you did only glance at it once after all, but remember that poets often express their thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Ah, I have to read Nasuki's poem? Alright, let's get this over with. She sucks. Well, it's about time well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. Jeez. She is not my favorite. Excuse me, it's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotion. I chose a lot of interesting words for that. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. What? Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Okay, the last bit's kind of funny. Not the worst poem. I think Yuri's was the worst poem. This one is kind of funny. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Yeah, I like it. It was like, it's the third best one here. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. That's true. Like this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Ah, because all the animals can do stuff and people can... Good poem. I like the poem. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Yeah, I agree. It was a good poem. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Whew. That was a lot of poems. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even though they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is literature club after all. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrows in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? That will make me laugh every time when people say eh. Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem. I think Natsuki had the better poem, even though I like her less. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? Eh? You mean you hate to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Can't take constructive criticism. Sayori liked it, and Taylor did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change soon, unless of course I came across something particular. This is a literature club, you guys. Take some criticism. And Taylor liked my poem too, you know. I really didn't. It was the worst of the four. He even told me he was impressed by it. Sugi suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Taylor appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Jeez, they're taking shots. Is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Taylor started showing up. Oh my gosh! This is getting crazy, and I'm standing right there. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Taylor, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Jeez. This is very unattractive, you two ladies. The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to figure it out. Help me explain to her, Taylor. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. Yeah, I use big words, blah 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 blah. I'm put between the two, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course it's gotta be... Honestly, I agree with Natsuki. I liked her poem better, but I don't want to pick her because I kinda hate her. I'll go with Yuri, not because her boob size have doubled since I joined the club, but because I hate Natsuki. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. That's true. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. Yeah, that's what I should say to both of them. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri? Eh? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. Yeah, I think I handled the situation well. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. Ooh. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized, don't you think you should too? She clenches her fist. And nobody took her side. I feel kind of bad now. But she sucks and she's mean, so she deserved it. She's shocked at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Yeah, I do feel kind of bad. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Dude, you know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Jeez. She storms off. She crumbles up the poem with her hands and she had the third best poem in the group. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in a chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks. I'm too kind. I'm thankful to have you part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, What thing did Natsuki... Jeez, I'm just asking for it. Well, never mind that. I'm gonna go make some tea now. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How do you feel about sharing poems? I think it went terribly. Imagine a club of 5 people blowing up that quickly. It was fun. It was worth it. Yeah, I don't think you guys would be saying that. How about you? I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself. I did learn a little about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Taylor, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sarah and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Yeah, she's nice. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No, that's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. Taylor, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. She's so nice. She is. And I think everyone really likes you too. Every day is gonna be so much fun. Looks like Sarah still hasn't caught on the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sarah. I pat Sarah on the shoulders. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sarah as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I have another poem. Okay, we have another poem, and I'm really gonna put a lot of passion into this one. Passion. I'm feeling passionate. I'm feeling alone actually. I'm feeling passionate, but I'm alone, and I'm starting to think about death. And I question misery. And it makes me feel hurt. Chocolate! But then, I get this uncontrollable... Ooh, Inferno. I get this uncontrollable inferno. And I have a melancholy moment, and I feel my heartbeat. I'll nibble on something. I nibble on a lollipop, and then I stand up too quick, which gives me vertigo. In the beginning of this poem, I said I was gonna take it seriously. And I'm questioning my own existence. I feel like a captive on this poem. Please forgive me for picking these answers. I feel disoriented. I'm gonna cry. Strawberry. I wish I could read my poems after we do this. Oh my gosh, do I have to read 4 poems again? I've gotten a little more comfortable over here the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi Taylor. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Hehe. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see, it's a pretty simple thing to get in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Jeez, that's kind of mean. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? Nah. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why not all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. So nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles, latch and gets it open, turns it upside down and lets the contents fall on the desk. Only 2 coins small out. Ha! I knew it! Geez, she didn't have any money. I was going to have to pay for her snacks. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. So that only leaves the one option. Ooh, wah! I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Jeez. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Taylor to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved in that. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. Yuri's kind of a square, honestly. Frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I get too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. Doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you can think that. You're right, though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the revolution. Jeez. That means repercussion? Retribution? Oh, okay. There we go. Still coming from you, Sari. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sari knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sari in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Kya! Ow. What was... A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sari glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Nasuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sari hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. She wraps the cookie and takes a bite. So good. Sari suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. Oh, she bit her tongue. That is the worst. I feel for her. Yours looks really good too, Nasuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sari gets out of her seat and goes by Nasuki, wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it, I get it. Cookie still in hand, Nasuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Oh. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Nasuki's cookie. Nice. Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. They all laugh. You're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Eh? Nasuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't heard anything either. It's a bit unusual. Hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's the most popular girl in school. Oh, look, she's pretty popular after all. Because being popular can save you from a car accident, I guess. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Oh, she has a boyfriend? So she skipped literature club? That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You have heard the bell ring at least. Must have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really... I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. Me too, Monica. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Taylor. Monica smiles sweetly. These aren't responses to things. Imagine someone... Monica goes, okay. In that case, I promise I will for you, Taylor. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I really didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Nasuki disappeared into the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent me. Where in that she seemed to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sinks in a glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. All the music in this is very like... But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. Obviously she bought a book for you. For me dummy. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about? Well, the book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships in her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark. Didn't you say I would really like this book? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. Dark turn came out of nowhere. Ah, Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Taylor? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reluctant on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in, then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. Yes, you are rambling. I'm sorry. Don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Yes, this really is a literature club. I slip into the seat next to Yuri. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand that what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you truly apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I didn't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's right up against Yuri's, then hold my book between the two of them. Smooth move by me. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Shoulder touch. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right arm to hold the book open. Ah, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book. That looks uncomfortable. I'm like this? I guess. Ah, I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. Ah, it's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Yeah, you're not gonna read any of this book. Are you ready? Eh? That's not a response. It's this like super touching moment. I'm with her. We're touching shoulders. We're really close. She's all, are you ready? Eh? To turn the page? Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient. It takes a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me, yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb's gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remained silent for a moment, but Taylor, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean that in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant more of that's kind of cute. Oh, that's all I had to say. So it's the whole situation. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Ooh, Monica didn't like that. I think it's about time we shared these poems with each other. We might have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not that, it's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close the top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first few chapters in your own time. Alright, I stand up, I make a mental note where I left off in the book, I slip into my bag. 4 more poems.